Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Dave.
Hold on, I can barely hear you guys.
Dude, it's
Yeah, that's 'cause you're
funny.
a penis.
I swear, like,
Oh,
you remember that show Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Oh, I do. Yes.
My cats, I swear, they act like the retarded one. Like, I'll come out, I'll wake up early in the morning. Dave,
The
and David.
sequel.
I'll wake up early in the morning and I'll come out and they're like in.
What's the name of the pre-show?
Dave, and David. And they're like in this basket of rugs and they look at me and they're like, "Hi!"
Hey guys.
You know, just that empty-headed look that cats have in their heads sometimes. They're like, we're in the rugs.
I never watched that show.
It's pretty good.
But also that was in the time period of no TV.
I just didn't watch it because I was too young.
Yeah. It's one of those. It was a me show, not a you show.
I remember it. But
Yeah, you remember it.
Right.
It just wasn't in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like I understand the reference you're making. I get it,
Right.
but I just never,
Did you guys get any of these?
No, I didn't.
I got
Robin got
3.
3.
We went back because I was like, I want one. So I went to the student section because I also wanted those yellow glasses, which I did not get. And I was like, I'm going to trade my sunglasses. But I couldn't find anyone to trade, so.
Yeah, those were those legit pit vipers or were they just like?
No, they were cheap ass knockoffs.
Shit vipers.
Yeah.
Shit vipers.
Yeah. Yeah, they
I
were.
saw they pulled the Carreras off of Temu. Where am I supposed to get those things now?
Oh. Does Wish still exist?
Oh shit, that's right. They were on Wish.
You can buy crack
Yeah.
pipes on Wish.
You can buy anything on Wish.
I remember
We're not buying crack pipes right now.
I remember being surprised at first. I was like scrolling through and I'm like, is that a crack pipe?
I got my crack pipe.
Well, I mean,
And the thing next to it was a gag ball. I'm like, why are these things together?
they're related. You
Yeah.
don't realize it,
Gag
but they're
balls.
related.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you were in Eugene? You could buy a crack pipe in in any bodega you go into. There's like you can buy weed
Why,
pipes
this little
and crack
flower.
pipes. Yeah.
Okay. It's an odd container for a flower.
Mm-hmm.
It's an odd shape for that.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pee. I gotta pee.
I wish you would.
I gotta pee. Hey, I'm gonna pee.
I don't know why he's not going pee right
And
now.
we're recording.
We're recording, so stay entertaining.
Hey, I peed
Essentially.
into a can one time while we were
Hey,
recording.
shut your mouth.
Pick my
I
nose.
didn't leave. I didn't leave once.
That's not true.
Once.
Not once. You'd never once pay for drugs.
Drugs, not once. I want to watch that movie again. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Dude, after Robin watched Tropic Thunder the other night, I was like, I'm gonna watch Tropic Thunder.
Right.
So then I watched Tropic Thunder, and I'm like, and so now I'm deep in Tropic Thunder references again.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to look something up. What were we just talking about? My brain's been fucked up lately.
Shit vipers on Wish.
Oh yeah, I was looking up. And then I realized I didn't have a Wish app, so I had to go download it, and I got lost.
I can't remember the last thing I bought on Wish. It was a long time ago. I don't even have it on my phone anymore.
Wow, I have it. It's just it's not enabled. I asked for Wish, and it's like, do you mean Temu? I'm like, no, I mean Wish.
Right? It's like, I've been seeing a lot of cheesy ads for Temu lately. Is that the new Wish?
Basically.
Some Saudi company owning a Chinese factory or something like that.
Chinese company, yeah, and they're all, and people are all like, "Don't do it because they'll sell your shit to the Chinese." I'm like, "Fuck, they already have it."
Yeah, if you've got TikTok, they already got it.
Let's see what happens if I look it up on Wish.
I stopped sending stuff to Jake on TikTok because he doesn't respond or watch them or tell me that he's watched them.
Oh shit, I've just completely spaced TikToks for like long stretches of time.
I just started saving them as favorites, and I was like, if he ever decides he's going to be on TikTok, then I'll send him stuff.
Yeah, Wish is still a thing.
At the beginning of the year, I almost made a back to school TikTok again, but then I realized the last TikTok I made was my back to school from last year. I was like,
that's awesome.
I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Oh yeah, whoomp. There they are.
How about that?
What's the movie I watched this week? I watched a movie. Oh, No Hard Feelings, that Jennifer Lawrence one.
Yeah,
Did I finish that?
My folks were just watching that one.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like Jake would probably not like it. Dave probably would.
What's it about?
It's Jennifer Lawrence getting naked.
She's just like a regular gal. Like when she wants a snack, she gets a snack.
No, it's Matthew Broderick and is it the dark-haired chick from Friends? What is her name?
Courtney Cox.
Yes, her. Is that her as the
Oh.
bomb?
I
Anyway,
don't know. I didn't watch it.
dude, 19-year-old dude, his parents are like, we got to get our kid dating, so let's hire somebody to date them. And they hired Jennifer Lawrence. And she's like, you want me to like date him or like date him? And they're like, date him. She's like, okay.
So do you want me to bang him or what?
Yes, that was the. Oh, I just saw your text from yesterday, Jake.
What text?
You sent me a screenshot of a discussion or a conversation with the teacher, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah. I was getting super fucking annoyed because I'm like, the shit happens, and I was like, so the subs say anything? And she's like, no. I'm like, why the fuck not?
I feel like I'm walking into a conversation halfway through.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's not really. I think you just don't have the text that I'm reading.
Yeah.
Do you want me to read it out loud?
The context.
It's a lot. I can send it to Dave. It's not
well,
that. It's
I
not
can read it.
important,
It's
though.
not, and then it's an audio podcast. I mean,
Yeah,
I
sure.
guess
Go ahead.
this
Then.
part's the video part. So Jake sends to the teacher. I'm assuming a teacher.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ms. Carvalho.
Carvalho.
Whatever. Have you had an
You
opportunity
should probably not record this, I guess.
Okay.
Just send it to me.
I'll just cut it out.
Yeah.
Fine. Anyway, have you had the opportunity to look at any incident reports you may have received from substitutes? Now, as a substitute teacher, you only fill out incident reports when there's like a fight, or somebody gets severely injured and they have to see a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the time, that's up to the school to do. And even then, like, I would say a lot of times the secretaries or whatever will be like, oh, we'll take care of it, like if there's something important.
Right.
But most of the time, subs don't discuss their day unless somebody asks. Anyway, hi, Jake. Thanks for follow up. I did not receive any incident reports. Is there something that needs to be addressed? I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I'd say so.
I would ask Mia about what happened with her diary last week. Do substitutes normally submit incident reports? If they do, why did they not this time? And if they don't, why not? I will check with Mia about her diary and see how I can support her. Substitutes will usually leave notes about how their day went. Yes. Hold on, I gotta look. I just got a notification that there's new sub jobs for tomorrow. So hold on, I gotta look.
Coincidental.
Yeah, odd. All right, I don't want to do second grade because fuck them. Substitutes usually leave notes on how the day went. I apologize for the breakdown in communication. I appreciate your apology, but this isn't the first interaction with this student. So the sub and Mia have had issues?
No, like the kid, like the kid that she's been having problems with is like, it's for years. This kid.
So there's another kid fucking with her.
Yeah, and they did it because while there was a sub, because they basically knew that there would be no ramifications for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a tough one. God, how's a sub even supposed to know that? Well, I guess the teacher should let the sub know, hey, this may be an issue. Like, I don't know, when I write sub notes, I don't do it now, but when I wrote sub notes, I would try to let every teacher know, or every sub know which class had kids they needed to keep an eye on, and also like every class I would list at least one or two kids that were like gonna be helpful, so that if something came up, you could get fucking help from them. But Mia's thing, like, yeah, if it's been a while, like years, it's gonna be probably one that is so too much that they're not even gonna think about it. I don't know if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like I said, like they came back and I got a lot of kiss off speak, and it is what it is. But it's like and honestly, from my perspective, my questions were what they were. Is there a process? And if not, and if there is, why wasn't it followed? That was my
Yeah.
question. And she's like, "Well, this is a process." Okay, I think it's kind of a
The
shitty
process, yeah.
Mhm.
They like it's so weird how little thought the schools actually have about what their subs do. Like last
Yeah.
week when I subbed, you know how many notes I had from the teacher?
One.
Less than this, because this is how much I do for our show. I didn't have anything, not even a piece of paper. Zero. Because the teacher was like, "Oh, I'll just tell the secretary and she'll tell you, right?" Like that's what the secretary said. She's like, "Yeah," he said, "Oh, you can just tell him what to do, right?" Bro,
Was this down that
be a
coast
fucking
school?
professional.
Yeah.
No, this was in Winston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like write your fucking notes and stop being
Mhm.
lazy. You look bad when you do that.
Oh, you can do it, right?
It's so stupid. Like I realized today my biggest downfall as a teacher, educator, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is that my dad said, "You tend to rub people the wrong way." Well, that's because I look at it as I'm here to have fun, but I'm going to take the serious stuff seriously.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not serious, why would I take it seriously?
Mm-hmm.
That writing down sub notes is a serious thing. Like I always did 2 pages at least, because I mean if I could fit it into one, I would try. But like I want to be thorough enough that if I have somebody else responsible for my class, if something gets fucked up, then they know what to do. And
Well, yeah, it's
it's
the same.
not on me.
It's the same thing. Like when I was down in Portland, I was telling the dudes there, I was like, I want to run the 2 best warehouses in the division, and when we're not doing that, I don't give a fuck. Like if there's no truck coming in and we don't have anything to do, like fucking play basketball. I don't care.
Right. Right.
Like do what you got to do. But and yeah, like you said, like my aloofness may rub people the wrong way, but at the same time, like is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like this is who I am. Like I have presented myself this way since the first interview. So if you didn't like, if you had a problem with it, you had 3 opportunities to not hire me.
Right.
So, and now I'm in here. Well, you'll
Yeah.
hear more about this later.
Yep.
I had some a little bit of fireworks at work.
Is that the letter?
No, the letters. Those are complaints. Those are customer complaints that they
Oh.
sent to the attorney general.
Oh. And the attorney general's like,
What's
okay.
up, guys?
Right? Like,
Yeah, like, hey, you
hey,
guys
these guys
gonna
are mad because you said you were
because you
going to
fucked
be
them.
there and then
Mhm.
couldn't be there when you said, and then they wanted to cancel it. And you're just like, hey, we're on our way.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Seattle thing to do. Get
Yeah.
angry and write a letter to your AG.
All caps.
All
Yeah.
caps.
I was like, they're so mad. Look at me,
They were
man.
so mad at the end. They had like 8 exclamation points and then a 1 at the end. It was like it was so much a
Anger
caricature of an
typing.
angry person.
Right.
You send a
Like,
message back, you'd be like, why are you yelling at me?
well, like when it's funny, like when I pretend anger typing, I'll do like exclamation point, exclamation point, the number 1, exclamation, exclamation point. Then I'll spell out the word 1, exclamation point, exclamation point.
I like it.
That's how, yeah, that's how you know if I'm being extra.
I mean, that's one of the.
What I mean, I'm just kind of in
Hey,
general. I'll be.
I've been reading this so that I can write a joke.
I can write a joke. Well, you just did. It must be working.
There's my joke.
Chapter 2.
Oh.
Chapter 1, hold up this book. Chapter 2, go to chapter 3.
Chapter 3, go back to chapter 1.
Chapter 3, small towns. Oh, it just became a prop comic, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Something old Carrot Top.
I
Are
had.
you gonna leave the prop comic gig and get on the juice?
There you
I
go.
might.
I
Oh,
might know
I'll
a guy.
spoil part of my joke because you won't remember it 2 weeks from now.
Right.
But Jen and I were talking the other night. She's like, "Hey, do you want to come snuggle and watch something?" I'm like, "Is that the married Netflix and chill?"
Snuggle and watch something.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah." It's like, here we go.
There you go.
Wait, are we not doing our type 5 this week?
No.
No. We're gonna take next week off since I'm in Disney, and it's episode 300 anyhow. And
Okay.
yeah, we'll come back.
Oh,
Looks like I got 2 more
man.
weeks to not write anything.
I was just thinking, we should try to get somebody on here for episode 300. We should get Dino.
Oh, we could replay the Dino interview.
I mean, if we're gonna get Dino for any show, it'd be for the Halloween. It'd be for this show because it's the Halloween show.
Right.
It'd be spooky.
Oh yeah, this
Mhm.
is the Halloween one.
Yep.
It's a Halloweener.
Halloweener.
I
Happy
actually,
Halloweener.
as we're talking, I was thinking about a game for this week
Uh-oh.
because it's Halloween.
Ba-da-ba.
And I had a couple of them. I just got to find them. They are unique torture procedures, and I was going to tell you the procedure, and then you tell me what country it's from.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
tough one. Like
It
I've,
is.
I've
I'm
learned a
gonna
whole
give you-
bunch of them too.
I would give you like a general region
Okay.
because there's a lot of them that
Russia.
I got to find them again.
Did you ever hear
because-
about the one that they had like a copper bowl and they put you inside of it and then they put a fire under it, under the belly?
I
So
have
you're
heard
Pretty sure
of
in the
that was
belly?
that was a Greek thing.
Yeah, maybe. I just one of the ones I remember.
Greek or Sumerian, I think.
You want to
that's
hear
where the
my notes for my joke that I came up with in the shower?
Yeah.
So here's what I wrote. I wrote pee practice. I was like, what did they call it? What did they call potty training before it was commercialized? Potty training before the word potty dot. Potty was, I don't know what dot means, but that sounds like a word that was made up in the 1950s for housewives to use. So that was just, I'm trying to think of where do you go? Where did potty training come from? Does it have a place?
Well, probably.
Do you need wheels?
It probably comes from, sit on the pot because, we initially you had two pots, one to cook in, one to piss in, right? And so you taught the kid would go sit on the pot, and so he'd be pot training. Well, I mean, over time that becomes potty training. I mean, I'm not an expert, but
Yeah,
know.
that's probably it. But potty training seems like, like how Christmas became commercialized in like the 1920s. Potty training was probably like right there behind it. Actually, it probably came first because you got to learn to pee before you can have Christmas.
Yeah, Santa Claus rocking that Coca-Cola Red.
Pee and blood.
See, with start of one of my jokes is, I have ADHD, which means I'm incredibly smart, but I'm also incredibly dumb. The problem is I never know which one's in control.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think
my type
the
5
Netflix one was good.
Short and sweet.
What's that?
The Netflix one was better.
Yep, fair. Shit.
My type 5 was short and sweet. I thought of it just like literally 5 minutes before I put my computer together.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not going to give you any hints because
it's going to be like, yeah.
Hey, did you write it down so you don't forget?
I did. I wrote this one down.
See, I have so many. I just need to go be at a school because I'll make fun of somebody and then I'll have a joke.
That's I'm interacting with people and just taking notes on shit.
Yeah,
I say.
That's how you do it. I just don't interact with people.
That's a problem, right? Like I have one person I talk to and I'm good.
Maybe we could bring Alex back from the dead.
We can see.
Old spooky Alex.
Old spooky Alex.
I almost said old spook Alex.
You did.
I heard you correct yourself.
I was like, oh, spooky Alex. Those are not the same things.
Yeah, it's not like a regular Alex. It's like a freaky Alex.
Well, I know he's alive because he sent a text. Well, sort of. It was just laughing emojis, but still, it came from his phone. So
yeah. Well, it may have the NSA watching it.
Okay, so I can't find all those torture things. I can't remember what I saved it under, or if I saved it. I was typing it on my computer, but I was
Saved it
also
under
typing.
your mom.
Is
But,
NSA a special kind of sexual assault?
No,
not
it's just
allowed sexual assault.
Is that what the N word is?
no.
Naughty.
National.
Nothing. Never. Nowhere.
Go ahead and
Oh,
say it.
isn't that
I'll say
yeah,
it with you.
Say it.
Nigerian?
No, you say it. It's not the same if I say it.
Have you seen that one news anchor is this black dude? He's like, go ahead and say it. I'll say it with you. Let's go. We'll say
I
it
don't
together.
know if I've seen that.
Oh yeah, he's got big old beard. It's funny.
I thought you were gonna say lips.
All right, man.
Wide nose, breathing in all the white man's
Hey.
air.
God damn it,
Hold on, let me drink real quick.
Yeah, good. All right, here we are. We're back again. Another edition. It's another episode of my show, and you may have heard him before we got started, but probably not.
It's not.
Is Dave?
It's me. It's Dave. Oh wait, no, that's not how it goes. I forgot what I was gonna say. It's Robin.
That checks out. Yeah, I am Robin. Here
Dave
for
is
episode
dropping the ball and handing it to Robin.
299. Introduced by Dave.
Just
dropping
like I
the
like
ball
my
deep.
ladies.
Dropping their balls.
$2.99.
Either one. Anyway, bringing it back around. There it is. The hoop snake known as Jake.
It's me, One Take Jake, back in the saddle, and $2.99 is pretty good. You know, it's $2.99 all you can eat, but all you can stand was $1.04. But you know, we're here. We got a thing or two to talk about. I suffered a grievous injury this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we got to talk about that. Other
Stub your
things
dick?
too. Yeah.
Okay.
Other things too. There's a lot of other stuff going on. Robin saw movies.
Robin always saw movies.
I watched half of both episodes of Loki because I keep falling asleep during shit.
Oh.
So I kind of know what's going on.
So good.
Like we put X5 in that box and made him really tiny. That was fun.
That was cool.
I like that. And then
Yeah.
fell asleep, and then I woke up later and Sylvie was there.
The latest episode was really fucking good. Like I would say that Loki is easily the best Marvel show,
Agreed.
Oh, yeah,
and
hands
it's
down.
probably better than some of the movies.
It's you see, it
so
and
good.
WandaVision are on their own wavelength.
Right.
Yeah, because WandaVision was really good too.
It was. It
Mhm.
was. But Loki has been like, I don't remember. See, when I watched WandaVision, yeah, I wanted to watch the next episode. Loki, I'm upset that I have to stop watching because I'm like, oh, I want to see the next part so
Mhm.
bad. It's so good.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. We're all
Yeah.
gonna die.
Dude, I got
I-
so excited because I forgot that he was in it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I remember because I just text you short round and that's it.
Right.
And it took you a second to be like, what does he mean?
Yes.
Well,
It
at the
did.
same time, like, did you watch Tacoma FD at all, Dave?
No, I haven't. I've seen parts of it and it's like, wow, I bet you I'd really enjoy the show. And then haven't
I
looked
thought
to
the same
figure out where
thing
to watch it.
and did the same thing.
Yeah, it's essentially Super Troopers, but episodic and at a fire department.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they do the same damn thing.
I would laugh I would really, really laugh to this day if instead of Tacoma FT, they just called it Super Soakers.
But then they'd have to set it in like Salt Lake City.
That's fine.
No.
You can set it.
'cause
Yeah,
of
no, we get
soaking.
the soakers. Yes, yes.
Yes.
We were
Because they
there.
soak.
We were there. Yeah.
What's a
I got
favorite?
this book
What's the favorite Disney show on the BYU campus? Ahsoka.
God. Go ahead and write that down, people.
Ahsoka. I hardly knew her.
Hey-o!
I'm
Two
on
in a
roll
row.
now. I'm like, hey.
He's on a
Tell you
roll.
what.
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
Kim Kardashian.
I'll borrow from Jimmy Carr on this one, sir. If you want to come back for me, you're gonna have to ask your mum.
Aw.
That's another one. Whenever I hear his name, I'm like, yep, that's his name. But whenever I see him, I'm like, I don't remember what this guy's name is, and he's hilarious.
He just looks like a posh
looks
Brit
like
with a
every
high pitched
guy.
laugh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? He's so funny.
Jimmy
What
Carr is
does-
really funny.
Don't they have like a you know what Kill Tony is?
Yes.
I don't.
It's kind of like a
I've sent you clips of it.
where there's a comedian standing there and there's usually like a panel of other comedians and they
Okay,
talk back
yeah.
and forth. Doesn't Jimmy Carr do like a British version of that too?
He might.
Might.
I want to say he does, but it looks fancier. It doesn't look like a dive bar like the
Well,
Kill
I
Tony
mean,
set.
It's
Just
run
some
by a
bar
posh
in
Brit.
Texas.
Yeah.
Did you see, Dave? Did you see the one that Ric Flair was on?
The Kill Tony that Ric Flair was on?
Yeah.
No, I did not see that one.
So Ric Flair comes on the show, and he's friends with some of the guys that are up there, and they're just making fun of people and each other, and the comedians are making fun of each other back and forth. And Ric Flair's like, "Hey guys, I'm just gonna leave," and they're like, "Wait, what? Why?" And he's like, "I don't like making fun of people." And I was like, "Who is this Ric Flair? Why is he?" He's like, "Listen, I get what you're trying to do, but it's not for me." And like went on a couple minutes, like a little promo about not making fun of people, and then left. And they're like, "All right, we get it. All right, thanks, Ric Flair." And then he's gone. Yeah.
Wow.
Weird.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
He's not Gator wearing ring popping Rolex wearing
He
anything
didn't
now.
mind cutting the nuts off of Dusty Rhodes for 6 or 7 years, but
Well, he's old and now his have been cut off. That's how it
Yeah.
goes.
That's fair. He's
Mhm.
he's been married 3 or 4 times now.
6 or 7.
But who's counting?
He tells us. He tells.
Double it or take it or double it. Give it to the next person.
Right, there you go.
There it is.
Yes, that's what
Took me a
Ric Flair
second.
does. He just doubled it and took it.
Yes.
Well, wait, was it drugs? Because then yes.
Yes, also that works.
Apparently Ric Flair was on AEW tonight.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's saying helping say goodbye to Sting.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought he retired from wrestling.
Well, I bet you he's gonna have one more final
Oh
match.
yeah, he's had one more final match fucking 27 times.
Exactly. That's why it's like when he had the one where he almost died. Was it last year or the year before?
Yeah.
With Jeff Jarrett, and he's like laying on the ring
In the
unconscious.
t-shirt and
Yeah.
like
I was like,
yeah.
I watched it because I had to, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah.
Watching Ric Flair wrestle now is like listening to Axl Rose sing now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
which is worse?
Ooh. For me, it's watching Ric Flair wrestle because I mean, yeah.
They're
It's
bad.
Ric
They're
Flair.
both
Yeah.
bad. Hey
Yeah.
Jake, did you get one of these?
I didn't. Yep. You got all the
Yep.
cool shit.
Yeah.
He always does,
I got some cool stuff.
Because he
Yeah,
cares about it when it matters.
I'm
Right.
Yeah,
This little
that's
tiny
true.
football.
Usually I'm
I
like,
got one of
oh.
those.
Because
Yeah, you did.
I've gotten that koozie before at some point somewhere, like at a game, but I just
Mhm.
don't hold on to them, and like they're somewhere in a box.
Yeah,
I don't use koozies though. I drink my beer too fast.
that's
Doesn't
fair.
need to stay cold very
You'll want a
long.
koozie. You'll want a koozie here coming up in November.
It's dude. Oh,
I got gloves.
I don't.
Me too.
Mhm. Miraculously, I still have the gloves that I bought last year during game
Oh
day.
yeah, I remember.
plan-
Which I don't
plan
hold on to
to,
things.
That is snow up in the hills.
Ooh,
around
snow in them
us.
there hills.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck. He just went from like I was
75
sweating
to-
last week, yeah, and now there's snow in hills.
I plan on getting
Cool.
some gloves next week.
I thought you were gonna say snow. I was gonna get excited.
Well, no, I'm gonna get a wild change. Let's see, what's the weather like next week, and do we know what the weather?
Anaheim. or
Well, I know
here?
the week in Anaheim's gonna be 80. It's gonna be, but coming back from
don't-
there,
We do
like
not
Eugene.
know yet. Let me look.
let's
We
see,
might actually have the
Eugene.
huge.
It might be in the old 10-day.
It's supposed to rain next Thursday and Friday in Eugene, so
So it's probably gonna rain Saturday.
it's either gonna rain Saturday or we're like it's the middle of a storm. Because it looks like Friday looks like or Thursday looks like sprinkles and Friday looks like rain. But the chances go down from 45 to 35. So
And then they go from 35 to 0 because it never rains at Autzen Stadium.
not once.
Not never.
Not ever.
Not never.
So
Not never.
So Chile this upcoming home game,
Uh-huh.
and other fixins, as Ben said. I'll read exactly what he said. Corn muffins and a smattering of fixins to go with the chili.
Okay.
A whole
he's got-
smattering?
If he's got cheese and Fritos, I'm fucking set.
Mm-hmm.
The chili
Frito
itself,
pies.
I don't know if I should reveal this or not, but I'm going to.
Is it the chili you made before?
No, it's different.
Okay.
Chili
It's
reveal party.
It's gonna be YAC chili.
Oh,
Does that mean I'm gonna eat so much of it that I'm gonna yak?
right.
Probably.
Because
Or
that
does
might
it
happen.
just represent yards after catch?
Mhm.
It's the
So-
YAC chili.
Yak
That's the name of the episode.
Yak chili is the name of the
Yak chili.
episode. Yep.
No, it's made with real yak. And so I said I feel like I should ask if yak is good, and he said that's a valid question. Yes. So
All right.
yeah, that chili I made before was good. That with the elk sausage in it, and yeah,
I saw a bear today when I was hunting. I should have shot it so we could throw bear in the chili.
that's what I
Since we're
told him. I said,
playing
get bear.
cow.
I was
Bar.
like, get bear if possible. He's like, well, my boy Augie works at a yak farm. He doesn't work at a bear farm.
We should start the first bear farm.
I feel like you would run the bear farm, Dave.
Dave,
And it's
Dora,
not going to
bear,
be what people think.
bear daddy Dave.
So many gay dudes are gonna show up and be like, "We're here for the game."
If they thought it was
bear
a
farm.
bar,
Yeah.
they thought it was just a bar in Canyonville. It just turns out it's Dave's house and it's an actual barn.
And there's
It's
just
just
bears in
full
it.
of bears.
And there's real bears.
Yeah.
Real like bears from around the world.
But for some reason, I've got no
Bears.
shirt on and short shorts and a pair of boots standing outside.
Right.
Hey,
You just have like a
welcome to the bear
long
barn.
stick, like
Yeah.
a blind walking stick, but it just for you to hit the bears.
No, it's a little Bo Peep.
The
shepherd's
hook,
stick.
little hook.
Yeah, and I'm just
That-
like leaning on it.
That would be
You
good.
guys here for the bear farm?
We sure are.
Open the door and cocaine bear eats their face.
That's our first exhibit, the cocaine bear.
Right.
If you
Man,
survive that, you'll see the next one,
there
the
you go.
panda.
It's just a bunch of bears on different drugs. It progressively gets worse and worse until you reach cocaine bear.
You start with the gateway bear. Like
Gateway,
this,
he's just eating.
these are the fucked up Care Bears. You got the gateway bear, and he's got a pot leaf, right? And then from there you've got cocaine bear, and then from there you've got heroin bear, PCP bear.
Where's Pill Bear?
Oh, pill bear is somewhere between heroin bear and cocaine bear.
Where's mushroom bear? Mushroom bear is
Mushroom
like
bear
on the
is between-
ceiling.
Mushroom Bear is not around. You can't
Yeah.
find him.
Mushroom bear
Mushroom
is
Bear
out
walked
there,
off.
man.
Mushroom
He's
bear's
out there.
Mushroom bear's knife fighting a shadow dragon in the woods.
There you go. Yep, that happens.
It did.
Oh,
When in Rome.
Dave's Bear Farm.
Dave's
That should be a shirt. I'm gonna write that
should
down.
be Dave's Bear Farm. With
Yep.
Dave's Bear Barn at the Bear Farm.
Oh, yep. I would wear that.
I think Dave's Bear Farm works better, and then we have a picture of a barn.
I like it. With a
Maybe get
rooster
like
on top.
a Las Vegas type sign though for it, like outside to the side.
There should definitely be a rooster on top of the barn.
But do you want it to be a bear?
No, I want it to be a rooster because
Okay.
it's a cock.
And then on the back it just says
I'm gonna sketch this real fast.
on the back of the shirt it says DBF, get bared.
Or just say JBB, just been bared.
Or it could say something like, I got bared at Dave's bear barn.
I got bared at Dave's bear barn.
Oh my god.
I really
love
need.
it.
What kind of licensing do I need to have bears?
Oh god.
Dave dropped out of college to keep bears.
And one fucking rooster.
The Bear King, Dave.
Dave's Netflix show is gonna be Bear King.
Somehow
Dave
I get
Exotic.
wrapped up in Carol Baskin somehow shows up on my barn on my farm.
Right?
They're like, hi, Dave. Like, no, get away. She's like, I invested in a pig farm. We're like, that's suspicious.
Right?
Hold on, Dave.
Dave's Bear Farm. Home of the two for Tuesday.
Look, I drew it.
I feel like we could come out with a line of Dave's Bear Farm shirts.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Those will be the first shirts we sell on definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.
Dave's Bear Farm. I love it.
Yep.
You probably should look into buying that URL. The
Dave's
domain.
Bear Farm.
DavesBearFarm.com.
Yeah. Dave's Bear Farm.
Where do I go to buy URLs?
Google.
Domains.google.com.
Oh god.
Let's see if Dave's Bear Farm is
Oh,
available.
if it's not, I want to know who owns that.
Some guy named Dave, probably.
Obviously.
Get a new get a new domain from Squarespace. Is that the one I do?
Sure.
No.
You can just look at different ones.
Yeah, you can
Or
go
just
wherever.
type it in and see if it shows up, and then they'll
Start
tell you,
your
hey,
search.
do you want to buy this?
Dave's Bear Farm. Dave's Bear.farm for $50 a year. Dave'sBearFarm.com for $12 a year.
There you go.
Dave'sBearFarm.net for $12.org.
Dave, did you see this?
I did. I saw that one. I laughed.
One game since Dave broke glass. Pretty much because we handed it back and forth in front of Dave.
I didn't even touch it. I didn't even.
Do you want some of this, Dave? We'll pour it on your plate for you.
Yeah. Well, he did have the vodka bottle. Dude, we fucking hammered that bottle. Like, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Within the first hour, we drank a fifth of vodka. We're like,
wait.
Where did that go?
Hey,
yeah, we need more.
$20 a year, I can get Dave'sBearFarm.me.
You need Dave'sBearFarm.com though. That's the best one.
Or .info.
There is the .org. I can become.
.info.
If I get a .org, I can become a nonprofit bear rescue.
There you go.
Oh, $12 a year.
I have a book on starting a nonprofit.
Yeah, look up how to start a nonprofit.
I also have this one if you want to write jokes.
Part 1. Hold up this book.
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to write a book about how I started my own bear farm.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I started a bear farm.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave.
You can tell this is a bear by the way it is.
By the way it is. You can tell it's a bear by the way it is.
The way it is.
Oh. God damn.
I'm sorry, I'm imagining this on like a grainy, like Super 8 video.
Right.
Like,
this is Dave's tour.
Hi, I'm Dave with Dave's Bear Barn, Dave Farm, and we're gonna be talking about bears. So come on.
You just see Billy run by in the background.
Yeah. It's like, hey, no running, Billy. All right.
No running near the bears.
So here we have a bear. You can tell he's a bear by the way he is.
If you look over there, that's a brown bear. He's brown.
He's black actually, which
Yeah.
is confusing.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Black bears are brown and brown bears are black, but grizzly bears will eat your face. All right, join us next time here on Dave's Bear Barn Farm.
This sounds like something that Rick and Morty would watch.
Right.
Manson Miles Johnson.
It was modeled after. Did you ever see that show Red Green?
No, but I've heard about it from you.
Yeah, it was on PBS. It's Canadian redneck sketch comedy.
I like it.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was going with that whole meal there.
That was good.
So I hurt myself.
Yeah, what happened?
Like pretty bad. It actually doesn't look so bad today.
Today.
Like here it is now. See, it doesn't look like anything.
Hey.
Like that's the one good thing psoriasis is good for. Is like when I need skin, I need like
I got some.
It's
Yeah,
our
it's like, here-
superpower.
It's like here you go. I'm Wolverine.
Right?
It's like if you shot me, the bullet would just come out, and then I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was building some shit at work the other day. And yeah, I was pushing the impact driver in this direction, and I was holding the wood together in this direction, and I impacted my hand
Slipped,
with the
yeah.
impact driver.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, yesterday I called my dad and I said, well, you'd put a drill bit through your hand. I just tried to see how far I could shove a P2 bit into my hand. And he just kind of like, there was one of two responses I expected from my dad. One of them was, oh yeah, way to go, jackass. The other one was the one I got, which is, ooh, yeah, that hurts.
Mm.
Yeah. like I got sympathy dad on that one. I was kind of not ready for it in
Right.
a weird way, because he's like, ooh, yeah, that's no joke. Like that, yeah. Ooh, ow. And yeah, I sent you guys pictures right after it happened. It was pretty deep. Like I don't know if the pictures really demonstrated how far in it actually went, but like I was bleeding for 2 days. Like there was that much capillary damage.
That's why you wear gloves when you work.
Mhm.
Generally, I
Or
don't.
just don't do that again.
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
try
yeah.
not to. This last couple days have been very one hand worky.
Mm.
It's like I'll just put the screw in and then I'm done
Wait,
building that
did
thing.
we come up with the name of the episode already?
Yeah,
Two
it
guys,
was,
some psoriasis, and a clear
Yak
skin.
chili.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're
Yak
gonna
chili.
rename we're renaming the podcast. Two guys, some psoriasis, and a clear skin.
You know, I finally noticed, like, you know what's fucked up is
Yes.
I really really hate psoriasis advertising, like when they advertise the medications,
Mm-hmm.
because for years it's just they've all been like designed for women, so I didn't even pay attention. Here's Kay and her life sucks because she has psoriasis. I was like, okay, well that sucks. And then I didn't realize that they're actually talking to me this whole time, that I was the target demographic of this commercial. And then I always thought it was kind of weird. I'm like, man, they don't have any dudes in these commercials. That's kind of strange. As soon as they start putting dudes in the commercials, they also start putting like on the main screen, like, here's what it looks like to have psoriasis. Like, no, like before, people would just be like, do you hate wearing long shirts everywhere? Yeah, kinda. Do you feel hot in the wintertime because you're wearing a snowsuit and everyone else is wearing shorts and a t-shirt? Yeah, kinda. Oh, well, you should try this medication. No, it's like, now it's like, look at the scale, look at the freak shows and how much less of a freak show you are when you take our medication.
Got the grayscale.
God damn it. God damn it anyway.
Gosh darn it.
But yeah, so it's making my hand back in one piece. And you know, it's always the classic, well, why don't you go to the doctor? It's like, well, what's he gonna do that I didn't do other than charge me $1,000?
They might put some super glue on it.
Yeah, it might.
Hell, I can
might
do that
put
for
a
you right
band.
now.
It might put a butterfly like strip on it, maybe.
Maybe.
But I mean, as quickly as it healed itself, like there was,
Reminded me of when Dave tried to cut his fingers off, and then we just taped it up.
Yep.
He's like, I can't say shit on this
can't
thing.
say shit on this thing.
No KKK fingers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta, you just gotta take care of yourself. It's like, hey, this is why I know how to be a first responder.
Yep. It was like that time I tried stitching. I tried stitching my elbow in the bathroom in the house at the Sulphur Springs house.
That sounds. I don't remember that. That sounds rough.
You had already moved out, I guess, Robin?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that.
I was putting a mouse trap underneath the stove, and it snapped, and I pulled my arm back, and it went right into one of those sheet metal hooks. It's like you can barely. It's actually right there. You can see it. So I'm like, oh man, I thought I hit my funny bone. So I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I put the trap back up, and I walk into the living room,
and you're dripping.
And Mike looks at me and says, what the hell just happened? I'm like, oh, the trap snapped, and it freaked me out a little bit. I don't know that I'm pouring blood out of my elbow at this point. And he's like, no. And I turn around, and there's just a solid stream, not like drip here, drip there, drip there. There's like a trail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So I go in the bathroom, and my arm. That's
the only way you can respond when you're bleeding like that.
Right.
It's like, oh, all right. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, and I look at it, and it's just this giant gash in my elbow. So I'm standing in the mirror with my arm like this, with my with a needle and some thread. I had a suture kit, and I'm sitting there, and I get it through one side, and I get it through one side, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna put some tape on it.
That reminds me of a time my dad dropped a knife into his toe and like split it open, because he wanted to finish the episode of CSI. He worked in surgery, so he just happened to have a surgical staple kit, and he stapled his toe back together so we could finish the episode.
Wow.
Like, my dad is among the toughest men I've ever seen in my life. Like, crazy shit, stupid shit.
Yeah, that's up there.
Yeah,
I watched my mom sew a guy shut who got cut with a chainsaw.
Oof.
At a logging show in Klatskanine. He fucking cut himself, and it wasn't terrible, but I mean, it was like
big.
Yeah,
it was bleeding.
and yeah,
probably pretty jagged too, huh? Chainsaw.
So he got really drunk, and he's like, "Here, sew it for me." Regular ass needle and thread. I think they had like some fishing line or something, and fucking she sewed it up for him. And I was like, I don't know what that level of drunk is, but I don't know if I've been there.
Yeah, I don't think I can get there.
Wow.
No.
I've probably been there. I mean, I definitely ran down my street barefoot once because I was drunk and stupid. So
yeah,
it's probably happened. Yeah.
I ran down the street naked one time.
I was there.
You were there. You got out of there.
Going back to the whole drill in the hand thing. You know how I knew it was a problem is because it didn't bleed immediately.
Oh yeah.
That
is a good sign.
It took a few seconds. I'm like, because I slammed it in my hand. I was like, ow. I'm like, ooh, I put a pretty nasty dent in the, ooh, and like I did the full like
the Peter Griffin,
the Stoops Brothers dolphin kick in the air. Like my feet went woo, like in the air. Yeah, and like I put it in my mouth and I looked down. I'm like, it's not bleeding. It's not bleeding. It's oh my god! And then like your arm was a straight trail. It was like a fountain. It wasn't like pouring out, but it filled the cup of missing flesh, and then was just like running down my hand. And I was just like, I haven't bled that much in a long time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have you ever had like a head injury, head gash?
I mean, I've had head injuries, but not a head gash.
Those are fun.
I don't think I've had one.
I have a scar on this right here.
Oh wait,
side of my head. I was like 12 to 14, around that age range, and I passed out walking through the living room, and we used to have these old cast iron wood stoves. And anyway, so I wake up on the floor, and I go into my mom's room, my mom and dad's room, where my sister and mom and everyone we were getting ready to go to my baseball game actually. And I'm like, why is it so hot in here? And I go to wipe sweat away from my face, and it's just pour blood everywhere. And I'm like, huh? And I'm just soaked in blood. And we go in the living room. There's a puddle about, a little bit bigger than my head.
Yeah.
God damn.
And I'm like, huh? So we went to the hospital, got stitches, and I was like, wait, can we still go to my game?
They're like, no, stupid.
One, your white baseball uniform is now red.
Yeah, but it's baseball.
It's
Nobody's
baseball.
gonna care.
You just show up in a different shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my chest protector and helmet on anyway. I'll be
Right.
safe. But yeah,
I
no.
did have one head wound when I was a kid. I was doing the whole like run across the room and jump head first into the chair thing. Well, I slipped and the chair had wood arms because it was the 90s. Everything had fucking wood on it.
Mhm.
And so, like it's a soft couch, but the arms are pretty sturdy and the outside is wood. And so I come running full bore and I just fucking boom head first into the chair, and I have a scar over like right here over my eyebrow from that. That's like the only time I've gotten stitches. I got like 3 or 4 stitches over my eye.
Mhm.
It's a good one. Dave, why did you pass out?
I was gonna skip that part of the story.
Were you drunk?
So you remember no, I was like 12. So not yet. You remember
Doesn't answer
the
my
old
question at all.
baseball belts? Baseball belts are elastic.
Yeah.
Right. So anyways, I thought
Did
it
you
was
put
really
it around
fun.
your neck?
I was like, hey Billy,
Fucking
look.
David Carradine over here.
David Carradine.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, hey Billy, check it out. I can turn purple. And I was choking myself until I turned purple. And then I would stop, and then he would laugh, and then I would do it again, and then we both would laugh. And then he's like, and then I only did it like twice, and he's like, all right, cool. He gets up and goes to my parents' room.
Billy,
and...
look, I can turn purple.
Right. So then I sat there for maybe another minute or so.
That might be the
Probably
dumbest
not that
thing
long.
I've ever heard.
But I got up to walk, and that's why I passed out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That might be the dumbest, like, like that
It's up
reason for
there.
someone to pass
It's
out
up
I've ever
there.
heard. That reminds me of when I was in high school and there were 2 guys and they just didn't get along, and one of them took the blue marker, and that was a bridge too far. And so in my private school class, this one kid just straight puts the other kid into a sleeper hold and just straight chokes him out like the $1 Million Dream. Just puts him to sleep. Nobody fucking looks up. Nobody does a thing. Nobody.
He didn't do the 3?
No, he did. We didn't get the 3 count. The teacher either didn't see it or didn't care, because nobody really liked the kid anyway.
Fair.
And this dude, like, he gets the marker away from him, and the kid gets up off the ground after being choked out, and he goes like, oh. Like, that was the noise he made. And then he like walked out of the room, and he came back like 20 minutes later. He's like, dude, I just threw up like 4 times. What happened? Or like, you took the blue marker, bro.
Oh,
Well, it's like,
like,
back in our like Jake and I's high school days when kids would do the hyperventilate thing and then hold their hands across their chest.
We did it too. Yeah.
across the neck.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
did that part. I was like, I already choked myself out one time. I'm not trying to do it again.
I didn't either, but I definitely helped some people.
Oh yeah, me too.
I
You
don't know if I
remember
ever
Quinn Pickering?
Yep.
Did it to him.
Okay.
Quinn Pickering sounds like something you do on Rumspringer.
Oh, yep, it is.
I'm going all on Rumspringa, and I'm gonna do some Quinn Pickering.
You gotta do some Quinn Pickering.
You got to be careful how you say that.
Quinn Pickering.
Yeah, I feel like that could get mixed up.
Pin Quickering.
Quick.
We're pickening.
Queer pickening.
There it is.
There it is.
There.
That's
once
for the
you hear it.
Rumspringa that wants
Yeah.
to be able to.
Well, it's the fact that I grew up in the 80s and 90s where we made fun of everyone and everybody's name can be ruined.
To that point.
Queer
Like,
pickering is what you do when you go to old Dave's Bear Farm.
Old Dave's Bear Barn.
And do some queer pickering.
There was a friend of my mom's. It's like, oh, we just we're having a baby. Oh, what are you gonna name it? And she was so proud of herself. She's like, I found the name. Robin knows the story.
Urinal.
Yep, Robin's. It's like we found the name that no one's going to be able to make fun of. We're gonna name him Journal. And my dad and I at the same. We're like Urinal.
Yep.
And they looked at us like we were monsters, and we're like, you said the Titanic couldn't be sunk.
I
What,
feel
what
like
do
you
you want?
asked for
We are
us to do
helping
that.
you.
Yeah.
We are
just
helping
did you
you.
a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they
Oh, my
follow
goodness.
through with urinal?
I don't care.
Fair.
I hope I find this child who's probably an adult now, so I can call him Uranus.
Uranus. Like
There was a kid I remember in Hawaii. His name was James Butler, I think it was,
James Butlers are always fuck ups.
and we used to call him.
Everyone
James
knows a James Butler.
Yeah, we called him Jimmy the Butt Man. Yep, old Jimmy the Butt Man.
Turns out he made it to the NBA and plays for the Heat now.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler.
He got a little melanin in him, and
He got a
little
lost the
melanin,
glasses.
huh?
At Dave's Bear Farm.
And there, he got a little melanin in him at the old days. But come on down to Dave's Bear Farm. I'll get some melanin in you.
Melanin in ya.
Melanin in ya.
That sounds like a Filipino dish. I might go down there to old DBF and get me some of that.
Get you some of the melanin in ya. Dude, so I sent this to, I was telling Dave about this earlier this week. Jen and I went and we got lunch because I was in the area, and we went to this Hawaiian restaurant, and it was a great place, fantastic food. And she's like, I wish I could like clean the light switches and shit around here. Is this a little grimy? I'm like, baby, this is a poly restaurant. Like the cleanliness of this is like establishment is
That's
remarkable.
how you know the food's gonna be good.
Right, like Dave said, that's eye flavoring. Like,
Yeah. Eye flavor.
That's how you know it's gonna be tasty.
yeah. Dude. Like, if you ever get back up this way, we got to go to Kona Cafe. That place was legit.
Oh yeah, I used to go to. That's where I used to always go in north of Seattle.
Yeah, Northgate.
No, further north, closer to Marysville.
They have
Linwood.
more than one?
Yeah, probably Linwood one.
They must have more than one.
Yeah, I think there's 3 locations in King County and just north of it.
Old King County.
But
Yeah, it's
that
fantastic.
cake, when's the next home game?
Next week, not this week.
Not this week.
Cal?
Cal.
Oh, looks like I'm looking up that cake place because I might want to get Jake to pick up a cake.
Well, that's going to be tough.
One
because I
cake,
can't.
Jake.
I won't be able to. I'll have to do it for the Civil War because I'll be.
We have 3 games. We
Oh.
have Cal, USC.
We'll do it for USC then because
That's on Veterans Day, so
Yeah, we'll do a Veterans Day cake.
Cal, USC, and then the Bavers.
Because I'll be flying in from Anaheim on Friday night
Okay.
and then getting up at like 4:00 in the morning.
That's what time I usually get up, or at least the last couple weeks. Seems like
Well,
those 12:30 games suck.
I hate them.
Actually, did I tell you about my screw up last week?
No,
before
you
the game?
your dad said something about it, but like I don't know.
So I was like, all right, I text Dave, we're leaving at 5:15. Tell my dad we're leaving at 5:15. I go get ready to go to bed, set my alarm, go to sleep finally, and my dad bursts in my room. You ever gonna get up? At 4:57, and I was like, what the fuck happened to my alarm? So I look at my phone. I have an alarm set for 5:15. And I got a backup for 5:30 in case I don't wake up on time. Fucking idiot. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know
the old
how
David Eaton.
my brain just said, yeah, we're leaving at 5:15. That's when you're getting up. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good thing he burst in. Like,
You ever gonna do what you got to do? Like, no,
Yep.
nope. I think I'm just gonna sleep all day.
right? Like, yeah.
That was
Mhm.
like I had a really hard time sleeping the night before the game last week,
hmm
and like because my dad. Whoa, what the hell?
Dave's sharing something.
Oh, the cakes.
This week, can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
That's
pink
the
one?
one. Guava cake. Sorry, you talked about Hawaiian food and it made me want that cake.
Hi, I'm Dave. I want cake.
I want cake. Let's look at these prices. All right.
Fucking cake boys and bears. Over here.
Yeah, that's Dave over here. Cake Boys and Bears.
Come on down to the old DBF and get yourself a slice of cake.
Get yourself
Stop
a
by the
slice.
DBF bakery.
The
Get yourself a
DBFB.
cake.
Get yourself a cake.
Oh, and then Billy runs back across the other way in the video.
God damn it, Billy.
He's basically he's Mose in my imagination.
He's holding a beat.
Bears and wearing a Battlestar Galactica sweatshirt.
A shirt that just says fear.
You must conquer your fear.
Before you can touch the bear, you must conquer your fear.
Billy.
And then like a single firecracker goes off because they don't have enough money for pyrotechnics.
And then you just start playing the music from the Stelio Canto Stelio. Fucking American Dad.
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like
Bam.
Dave's Bear Farm really needs to
Bum, bum,
get
bum,
going.
Oh man, I still want a raccoon. Riv is convinced I've got it figured out how to get one, and I do, but I'm not going to.
So she's convinced you know how to do something that you know how to do. I wonder why she's convinced of that. That's
but
weird.
I'm like, no,
How
I
do you
don't
do
know. I don't know what you need to do to get that. You just get one, and then you
You just
don't tell
get
anyone,
one.
really.
Yeah,
But
you
the
just
problem
have a
is finding
raccoon.
one. So you just have to find all these people that have farms, ranches around here, and you're like, hey, you guys got any fucking raccoons? Well, trap me a baby. Okay, I'll trap my own.
Yeah. Can I put a
That's-
trap out here?
Yeah, and like when I saw that one at the co-op, I was like, wait, where did you guys get that? And they're like, oh yeah, we found it. I'm like, that sounds like something I would say.
Yep. That
Mhm.
sounds like something you would say.
I feel like Ben and I need a raccoon mascot for our apartment.
The raccoon house.
The trash panda. Yeah.
So you guys may know the story of Pabst Blue Ribbon, but do you realize that we're coming up on the 130th anniversary of the Blue Ribbon?
Yeah.
They're like, it is 130. Yeah, well, 1893 is 130 years that they were like, oh, we won it. We won an award. Put it on the can. Everyone will care. Because there were only like 4 beers competing.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's kind of like
They
it's
sound like a Texas State college football team talking
It's
about
like-
how great they are.
Or-
Been a
or-
while,
or-
bud.
It's like, hey, we won one back. It's like Oregon's men's basketball 1936 national championship. Still counts.
It still counts.
There are 8 colleges, but we were one of them.
Is it 36 or 39?
I think it's 36. It might have been 38, honestly.
38 sounds familiar too.
Hey, it could be 37. Who knows?
Hey, it could have been shut the fuck up, Dave.
I don't know anything about football,
It's
basketball.
basketball.
I was looking
I
at
don't know
my
anything
phone.
about basketball.
You don't know anything about bears either. It's not going to stop you from opening the bear farm.
I know a thing or two about bears.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, if you tickle them under their armpits, they roll over on their backs.
And they go, boo.
Brr, my bear. That's what they say.
Maybe you can get the bear that wrestled Habib. Habib
What bear?
I don't speak Russian.
Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov.
Gotta be
Yeah,
careful
that one
saying that
fucked
one
me up
too.
for a second.
What bear do you think you could beat
False.
in a fight?
Koala.
Koala. Yeah.
No. What bear?
What's the biggest bear you think you could beat in a fight then?
Koala.
Sun bear.
Red
I
panda.
was gonna say sun bear.
Sun bear? I don't
I'll
know,
whoop a
man.
sun bear's ass, dude.
They're tall and goofy, but they don't want to fight. They
Yeah,
don't
they
fight.
got those
Oh, they
big
don't?
claws, but I can get in there. I can work the ribs, right? Like Rocky and against Ivan Drago.
I
Work
don't-
the body. Boom, boom.
I still don't think I could take a pissed off sun bear.
I don't even know if we could beat a pissed off koala bear, to be honest.
That's
Probably
true.
get pretty fucked up. I
Yeah,
mean, we
and
might
then-
win.
And syphilis.
Wait, if I can wear
And
like
syphilis.
baseball catcher pads and I'll just keep kicking.
Like you don't have to go in there naked. You can wear like
Yeah.
protective gear.
Mhm.
Like they've got fangs and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Red panda maybe? Does that still
red
count
panda.
as a bear?
Red panda.
No
No,
one
that's a
fucks with a
It's a
bear, bro.
marsupial.
Yeah.
It's a marsupial.
It's a marsupial.
I think if if I wanted to go more exotic and not,
1939.
Yeah.
see, I was right.
Flip this.
No,
you weren't.
Close enough.
That's enough.
What did I say?
If if I was to get a random animal, like not like a raccoon idea,
It would
like,
be
I
a
think a-
mogwai.
Marble. Don't get it wet or feed it after midnight. I think red panda would be on top of my, like, high on the list.
If you like just pick any animal to domesticate,
Yeah,
shark.
shark.
Yeah, probably red panda. Get
Like-
that out of here.
I'm thinking domesticated like a dog. So like you're chilling on the couch and it jumps up there and like chills with you. Like
Oh, jaguar.
Jaguar. Now, see, that's a good one.
Ocelot.
I've seen this guy in Russia that has a black panther, and dude, it's so fucking cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want a black panther.
The guy that has the Black Panther and the dog that grew up together.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that would be
Dude.
cool.
I also watched a video yesterday. I stopped sending videos to Jake, but a fucking jaguar gets in this family's house and walks up to their dog as it's sleeping, like they have it on night vision camera, and it's just fucking sitting there over the fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dog like moves a little and he goes fucking grabs and dog's like "Ah!" and then takes off with the dog. I mean, like, it's a full size dog. And I was like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? Because like it got right there and the dog didn't even sense it. You think we have a chance? Fuck no.
Nope.
We're dead. We're dead. We might be a little too big. That might be the only thing that they're like, I don't want to fuck with something as big as me, but man,
If it's got the drop,
right.
Mm-hmm.
it's like the only hope that you have is that you snore, and so you make a lot of noise, and they
Right.
won't, and they might not fuck with you if you make a lot of noise. That's why I'm convinced that was my only defense from the rattlesnakes when I rolled my sleeping bag out in the middle of Arizona.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I was driving to Arizona with some friends, and we all stopped at this rest area, and we couldn't all fit in the Civic and sleep. So I decided to hop out, and I whipped my sleeping bag out and went to sleep. When I wake up, I went to bed literally under the sign that said "Warning: Rattlesnake Area."
Fuck.
But I was so tired, like I
Right.
didn't read. I'd been driving for 4 to 6 hours, and I was just like, I just need to get somewhere to lay down. But yeah, they're like, and I figure the only thing that, because I mean I was warm, so
Right.
like they would have wanted to be around me, but I was
Mhm.
making so much noise that there was no way that they were going to come near me.
Wow.
So
Yeah, pass.
yeah,
Pass.
Mm-hmm.
there's
Pass.
there's a
Pass.
lot of wildlife stories, dude. And also on the way home from the duck game, I saw like 5 deer alongside the road dead.
Seen a deer.
So it must be the whole hunting season thing with them being displaced.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they, from what I've heard, and this could just be like people doing people things, but they move more at night, especially during hunting season, and then they have terrible vision already. So they're out there and you see headlights.
Terrible.
They get froze because they can't tell where it's at. They're like, hey, what's that?
Ah,
I'm
shit.
dead.
It's like the same way you kill a fly, just move slowly.
It's like me when I see boobs.
Yeah, boobs.
Like, what's that? Oh yeah.
People who should be phased out. How old
But-
do you think this book is?
Old enough for retards to be in there?
1998.
You think? And I am not censoring that because you were saying it
For
referring to this.
contextual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, 'cause-
wow. Really close.
Oh, okay. So we're going with other words for the word?
No.
Retarded?
Like, no. Like Jake
Oh,
was
okay.
on the year.
I was about to come up with some more words.
You just need to write them down. Get them out. You just gotta write them down.
It was 97 BT dubs.
That was really close. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it does say that. I wonder if there's a digital version of this somewhere.
You can control
Men
F
who
it.
have one long, uninterrupted eyebrow. Even in 97, George Carlin hated the unibrow.
But he didn't call it the unibrow. He called it one long,
No.
uninterrupted brow.
I feel like that's what we should start calling Anthony Davis.
The one long,
The
uninterrupted
one
brow.
long, uninterrupted brow. Eyebrow.
Because it's longer than any of his playing stints ever are.
Mhm.
Guys who give peace signs and wink at the same time.
So Japanese
Why does
people.
that feel like
Yeah.
Alex?
So like
Where's
nowadays,
Alex?
that's like anyone that
Oh,
like
he's
watches
dead.
anime.
All right, let's hit us with the list.
Okay, here, I'll go back to it. Oop, nope.
These are what people who should be eliminated according to George Carlin.
People who should be phased out.
Phased out.
Guys who always harmonize the last few notes of Happy Birthday. It's hard to argue that.
I always go with the falsetto. I do the Michael Scott.
The Michael Scott, that's a good one. People over 40 who can't put on reading glasses without making self-conscious remarks about their advanced age.
Yeah.
Guys who wink when they're kidding.
I always wink with my left eye because the eyelid doesn't have far to go.
Oh my God. Men who propose marriage on the giant TV screen at a sports stadium.
Agreed.
I saw one of those last game. Not this last game, the game before. Guys in their 50s who flash me the peace sign and really mean it.
He really hates the peace sign.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
People with a small patch of natural white hair who think it makes them look interesting.
Jay Leno.
Right. Guys with creases in their jeans. People who know a lot of prayers by heart. I feel like we know drinking things instead.
Yeah. I know a few prayers.
People who move their lips when I'm talking. Oh, that's awesome. Guys who want to shake my hand even though we just saw each other an hour ago.
Yes. Oh my God. I hate shaking.
I hate
fucking
that. Yeah.
Every time somebody comes in the room, hey, how you doing? Fuck
Well, it's
off.
like the boss shows up. Oh, hey, how's it going? And then he's like, all right, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later. And then shakes hands again. I'm like, bitch, just fucking leave.
Yeah. I need to shake hands.
A celebrity couple who adopt. Hold on, I got to start over. A celebrity couple who adopt a third world baby and call it Rainforest. Oh, George Carlin's funny. Damn it. Well, was, I guess, technically.
He still is.
Yeah, still is. Guys who wear suits all day and think an earring makes them cool at night. Old people who tell me what the weather used to be where they used to live. You know, back when I was in Arizona, it was hot as shit.
You sound like
You
Creepy
don't
Dave for a
say.
second.
Crazy shit this thing.
Today's favorite animal is Childerson's.
People who say knock knock when entering a room and beep beep when someone is in their path. Oh, the best thing is I can literally picture almost every single one of these.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know the person.
Uh-oh, I feel like I've been attacked. Fat guys who laugh at everything.
Fuck you, George Carlin.
Hey. People who oh, God. People who have memorized a lot of TV show theme songs and are really proud of it.
Moving on up.
Come on, knock on my door.
Whatever
Oh.
happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV.
Doobie-doo-bop-ba-da. Women who think it's cute to have first names consisting solely of initials. Like Casey.
Casey.
Yeah. There we go. Jinx, you owe me some Coke. People who
with a
give their
K,
house or car a name. Wait, the next one. People who give their genitals a name. Guys who can juggle, but only a little bit.
That's me. That's me. I can juggle a little bit.
A little bit.
Actors who drive race cars. Oh my God, there's so many. Men who wear loafers without socks, especially if they have creases in their jeans. Oh, this is a good one. Athletes and coaches who give more than 100%.
Yes.
I like that one. Guys who still smell like their soap in the late afternoon.
That's such a problem for me.
Why?
I don't know. It just is weird. You come rolling in the middle of the afternoon, you smell
Oh,
strongly.
I thought you meant you smell like soap still.
No.
Gotcha.
Encountering other people who still smell like they're fresh out of
Right?
the shower at like
I
3
get
o'clock in the
that.
afternoon. It's weird.
Guys who wear their watches on the inside of their wrist.
Hey, I feel
Weirdos.
attacked on that
Wait,
one.
do you have your
Weirdos.
wrist? Do you have yours on?
I don't have it. I switch it depending on what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well,
I've
that's-
always done that. Like if I'm working, I wear it on the inside because then when I roll my
Makes
wrist like
sense.
that, it doesn't. Because
Yeah.
I've actually got a scar right here from watches.
You got a scar right here.
Yeah, you gotta- Dude, I will fuck
Long,
you.
uninterrupted eyebrow.
Stick my dick in your ass.
Guy, let's see. Any man who wears a suit and tie to a ball game. Yeah. What are you doing?
Lame.
I don't think
Lame.
we see that at Autzen very often. Like, if anything, it's like a fake suit. Like,
Yeah. It's a
It's-
party suit.
I've seen a few, but they're usually
You've seen
like
ironic suits.
no, I've seen actual suits, but when we talked to them, they worked for ESPN.
Yeah, they're coaches.
oh yeah,
they were
that's
they were
not
like
the same. They're
execs with
working.
ESPN.
Guys who flash me a thumbs up sign, especially if they're winking and making a peace sign with the other hand. Is it Buddy Jesus?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Japanese
awesome.
buddy Jesus.
Oh my god! And now I gotta read this book.
I wonder if that's connected now.
Right? I
that's
thought
so
the same
fun.
thing because Kevin Smith.
George Carlin is the cardinal in that movie.
I know, but I'm wondering if Kevin Smith read this book and was like, "Oh my god, I got an idea."
Right?
That's
That's so
funny.
good.
I really
That is
hope he did.
really good. Oh, here's a few things I like. He's got a list, and it's like
this shouldn't take long.
Right. A guy who doesn't know what he's doing and won't admit it. Dave,
That reminds me
Dave,
of
he loves you.
Right? It reminds me of the be the man guy. Like,
Man.
don't know what you're doing? Don't
Don't
ask
admit it.
questions. Be a man.
A permanently disfigured gun collector.
What?
I don't know. A whole lot of people tap dancing at once.
Okay.
When a big hole opens up in the ground. The third week in February. A guy who says cockroach.
The third week in February. That's so funny because it's after Valentine's Day.
Right. Ugh.
And everyone's miserable. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna get a copyright strike from reading
And
fucking
then
George Carlin's
here's
book?
the last one probably. A woman with no feet because she's not always nagging you to take her dancing.
Oh. Do people still go out dancing?
I don't know. It's George Carlin. He'd probably
There's-
been
I
writing
mean-
this book for a couple of years.
Yeah, they're still dancing. You can go like salsa dancing and shit. For a long time in Eugene, there's a place you can go dancing to. You also go out to the
yeah,
club.
I remember that. One of my exes wanted to take dance classes up in Eugene.
Yeah,
That didn't happen.
yeah, I don't like for a second. Like it always sounds like a nice romantic thing to do, right? Like, oh, let's take ballroom dancing lessons. But like, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go ballroom dance?
I took that as a class, and let me
Right.
tell you, it's a fucking waste of time.
Yeah, it's just.
But it was required. The fuck is wrong with PE people? They're like, oh yeah, you want to teach PE? Better know how to ballroom dance. I mean, I did dance with some hot chicks, but
Well, hey, there's always benefits to.
yeah.
You're like, hang
What
on, I gotta
happens
go
if
play
there's more-
basketball and then ballroom dance.
What happens if there's more dudes in the class than chicks? It's just two dudes ballroom dancing together.
You learn how to hold by the shaft.
But it was the teacher said there's always more chicks than dudes, so the dudes always got chicks to dance with.
Two girls for every boy.
And there was
Hold
that.
on, let me make a
That's
note of
what
this.
I mean. Ben's doing the whole home ec thing, and he's like one of the 3 guys in the class. He's got that shit figured out.
When I took my botany class last year, it was me and 2 other dudes in a room full of chicks, but most of them smelled like BO.
Yeah, and looked like Bo.
Wait, So
Well,
here's this section on Thanksgiving. Hold on. You got to at least hear the first couple sentences. On Thanksgiving at our house, we like variety, so we don't have turkey every year. Last year we had a swan. It was nice. Everyone got some neck.
Long neck.
Another year we had a seagull.
last year
Delicious.
we had a swan. It's
It's
so
it's a little fishy, but at least there's no need to add salt. 2 years ago we had a stork. Lots of meat, but Jesus, the wishbone makes a hell of a noise. Well,
and
hey,
what's funny, I'm hearing him say it, but
Right.
Jesus, wishbone makes a hell of
you
a
guys
noise.
want to make jokes? You need
You
these.
want to make jokes like George Carlin? Well, these people,
Hey,
they could have been anywhere in the world. They're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on the internet, everywhere you can find us. We'll get last week's episode up soon because, I mean, we got copyright because NBC gets mad that 11 people wanted to
I
fucking
mean
watch the shit.
it's edited. If you want to come to my house and watch it, you can. The
Show
door's
enough.
not locked. Usually. And if it is, just text me. I'll tell you where the key is.
Let him know to put his dick away.
That's usually what we gotta say when Dave walks in the room. He's like, "Put your
No,
dick
Dave
I'm-
says it every time he comes to my house.
I
He says,
want to
"Put your
know
dick
how
away."
long I've been saying that because every time.
I would say like 4 years.
It's, I mean, it reminds me because ever since I started doing karaoke, I've always said I've dedicated my songs
3 years.
as a
2 years.
special
3 or 2
Sunday.
years.
But for this episode, this edition of my show,
Put your dick away.
good night, universe.
That's a podcast.
Dude, your burger. Hey, go Ducks.
Hang on.
Good next.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com